Hello students, welcome back to history lecture. Today we are going to start chapter number 3, religious synthesis. In this chapter we will learn how in medieval India attempts were made to bring about religious synthesis in social life on the basis of secularism. What is secularism? Secularism is the belief that religion should not be involved in the organization of society, education, government, or any civil affairs. In secular state, all religions are considered as equal. No religion is considered to be the state religion. Even our country has adopted the principle of secularism. In India, citizens are free to follow their own religion. State cannot discriminate among citizens on the basis of religion. As we know, India is known across world for its diversity. India is a land of unity in diversity, where people of different caste, religion, languages live together. Diversity of languages and religions is an important characteristic of the Indian society. Considering this feature, the Indian Constitution has adopted the principle of secularism. In this chapter, we will learn how religious synthesis were brought in medieval times in India on the basis of secularism. Synthesis means a mixture or combination of ideas, belief, values, etc. Religion plays an important role in shaping the history of any region. The medieval India also was influenced by certain religious trends. The tradition of devotion, that is bhakti, has special place in social life during the medieval period. This tradition surfaced in various parts of India. The bhakti movement used the common people's language instead of Sanskrit. This helped the development of regional languages. It is believed that the Bhakti movement originated in South India. The Nayanar and Alwar Bhakti movements emerged in this region. The Nayanars were devotees of Lord Shiva, while the Alwars were the devotees of Lord Vishnu. There were also attempts to consider Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu as one and the same and bring them together. Harihar idols, which depict half Vishnu and half Shiva, were produced in this period on a large scale. You can see in this image, on one side it shows Lord Shiva and on another Lord Vishnu. This idol is the symbol of unity. People participated in these bhakti movements. They preached the values like love of God, humanity, compassion, mercy, etc. Ramanuja and other acharyas strengthened the base of bhakti movement in South India. They told people that God is for all. God does not discriminate. The teachings of Ramanuja had a great impact in North India also. Sant Ramanand strengthened the Bhakti movement in North India. Sant Kabir is a well-known Sant in the Bhakti movement. He did not attach any importance to the places of pilgrimage, vrats, or idol worship. For him, truth was God. Pilgrimage means a long journey that a person makes to visit a religious place. Pilgrimage means Tirth Yatra. Sant Kabir did not give any importance to visit pilgrimage place or keeping vrats or worshipping the idol. Idol means the murti of Lord. He believed only truth was God. He taught that all human beings are equal. He wanted to bring about Hindu-Muslim unity. Sant Kabir strongly criticized the extremely orthodox people. Orthodox means people who follow old traditional beliefs. Sant Kabir criticized the extremely orthodox people in both Hindu and Muslim religions in strong terms. The importance of Bhakti movement was spread in many different parts of our country by various saints, which we will continue in next session.